So I want to make one last final video about Ryback. Now I have spent enough fucking time on Skip fucking Shitfield, but I just have to make one last quick video about him. The fact that Hell in a Cell features Ryback versus CM Punk is just, this is incredible. In 2012, you cannot fool wrestling fans anymore. Back in the 80s, they used to be able to fool the crowd, with things, and because people were more markish back then, and, they seemed to believe in it more. Nowadays, you gotta be on your fucking A game. Because wrestling fans, the smart ones anyway, not the fucking PG motherfuckers, they know what's going on and they know what's up, such as myself. They're not going to be fucking fooled by filtered in chants. They're not going to be fooled into thinking that a guy who botches his own finisher 3 times in one fucking match, that's 3 times in one match, that's almost like fucking impossible by most wrestling standards. I mean, not even Scott Steiner in TNA could botch that many times in one match. But they want you to think that this guy, who has proven absolutely nothing besides sucking in NXT, being sent back to FCW, and then being shitted out once again onto Monday Night Raw, they want you to believe that he is a contender for the title. And he is so much of a contender that the belt doesn't even matter to him. Yet the title's still going to be on the line. I fucking hate this guy. I hate him so fucking much. I mean, there is nothing good about this guy. And people, like always, jumping on the bandwagon. Just 100% getting behind them. And I remember I have been a member of, not the YWC, but the IWC for like a very long time. And I remember, oh God, such a big fucking mistake, going on the message boards and reading the shit there. Back when the Spirit Squad came out, everybody was singing their praises. And I was like, they're nothing great. It's, funny, but it's stupid. Everybody was behind them. They were like, this is the future of professional wrestling. Oh my God, I'm jacking off to it. I mean, they were getting so fucking excited. It was making me sick to my stomach. I didn't fucking understand where people were coming from, that they could think that something so stupid was so great. And that was back when wrestling was better. It wasn't great, but it was better. It was pretty bad like in 2006, but it was a lot better than it is now. And the thing is, at least that was original. Being cheerleaders and shit. That had never actually been done before. So it was, it had to be done before because it was stupid, but they wanted to try something new at least, so it was something that hadn't been done. Ryback has been done before. He's Goldberg incarnate, a shitty incarnate. I mean, a carbon copy of Goldberg that is just not even like 1% as good as him. And I see people bashing Goldberg, saying Goldberg wasn't great. Goldberg was pretty fucking awesome in WCW. He sucked in WWE because of the way how they booked him, and he didn't give a shit at that point. But when Goldberg came onto the scene in 1998, he fucking cared because he was an up-and-comer, and, he wanted to, he did want to make money, but he wanted to make money by being good. And the important thing is, Goldberg had the whole crowd cheering for him, and he didn't have to have those cheers filtered in. He was just popular because of what he did in the ring. And his, he was never like a big personality, but he was fucking tough. He looked tough and everything. And, he was just over. And he worked his way up to the belt. And it didn't take him a long time. And it took him about, 10 months to get to the world title. And the thing is that he fucking earned it. Because first he battled like almost every single person on the roster. Big fucking names. And then he beat Raven for the US title. And then he destroyed Scott Hall to get to Hulk Hogan to beat Hulk Hogan for the world title. And that is how you put over a wrestler. And and you might say, oh, Brad, that was just a different time in professional wrestling. It doesn't fucking matter. I won't lower my standards for a fucking ripoff of a wrestler that was actually, good. I mean, I have no bones about calling Goldberg a legend because he was, and he got WCW big time ratings. The episode where Goldberg wrestled Hulk Hogan was like the highest rated Nitro. They had like a fucking 10 on that. It was fucking 10 million people watching that match. Jesus fuck Christ. The fact that Ryback says that he is better than Goldberg ever was. How fucking dare this motherfucker say that about Goldberg? He couldn't even fucking lace Goldberg's boots. He couldn't even fucking put one of those shoelaces through one of the boot holes. That is how much worth Ryback is. He is nothing. He's not over legitimately. He is not a good wrestler. He is not tough. He's nothing. He's just a guy that Vince McMahon wants to push because Vince McMahon is a retard. So, my God, there's not really much else I can say that hasn't been said 1,000 times. He sucks. He's not over. And, a lot of people here in the YWC will have you think that he is. But that's just the people of the YWC. And I'm not fucking buying it. I am not going to lower my standards in this PG era of wrestling and accept this imitation of a great wrestler who's not even doing a good imitation. I'm just not going to do it. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to lower my fucking standards to fucking trick my own brain, my own mind, into thinking that this current product is good. I know I've even said that, in this era of PG wrestling, we're more susceptible to accepting shit. But I am not that susceptible to it that I will accept fucking Ryback as being a good, worthy opponent for CM Punk at the pay-per-view. That is not going to draw in buy rates. Ryback has already fucking killed Raw in the ratings. They already got a 2.5, making Ryback a big star. It's not working, folks. It's just not fucking working. I know in your little fucking PG world that you think that this is great wrestling and this is a great storyline, this is great booking. But I'm not 9 years old. I'm not an idiot. I'm not a little PG motherfucker. So I'm not going to come on these videos and say that Ryback is good and he deserves something that he doesn't. And everybody is saying that at least it's not Cena. Yeah, at least it's not Cena. He's fucking worse than Cena. At least Cena has wrestled actually a lot of good matches. He might have not single-handedly been responsible for those good matches, but he has actually been in a lot of matches that have been like 4-star plus. I mean, offhand, last year's Money in the Bank 2011 with CM Punk, his WrestleMania match with the Rock, Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules. I mean, right there, right fucking there. You know, all pretty recent good matches from John Cena. Recent good matches from Ryback. Nothing! Nothing! He hasn't wrestled one good fucking match in his whole career. And I will even include his career as Skip Sheffield. No, nothing. He hasn't wrestled a single good match ever. And how he's deserving of anything. He doesn't even deserve to be employed. How does he deserve a world title shot? This is just mind-boggling. I mean, are they purposely just trying to fuck WWE up? Like, on purpose? I mean, like, are they really just trying to seriously just fuck everybody up and drive all their loyal fans away? I mean, seriously, I am as pissed off as I have in years. And I mean, I was pretty fucking pissed off, like, back then in 2006. Just imagine that. 2006... when in comparison to 2012, it wasn't even that bad. I mean, it was bad in 2006, but it wasn't that bad. You still had, like, a lot of guys in there. You still had, like, Kurt Angle and all of them in there. And, you know, and the thing was, the thing that I was complaining about, that I should just save my fucking breath. Because now I'm, like, fucking red in the face. Because, I mean, I am just fucking fuming. The fact that it's gotten this bad that, I mean, and you thought that Cena was bad as a main eventer. Imagine if they keep going with this and Ryback actually wins the title like he very well might at the pay-per-view. The fucking WWE is going to be twice as bad. And that is pretty scary because it's pretty fucking bad right now. To just think that it could be even worse with their 2.5s is really saying something. So, to everybody who is saying to give Ryback a chance, this is a good idea, you're fucking insane. You really are, and you have lowered your standards to a point where it's almost alarming, and that you should probably seek professional help. You know, I mean, seriously, to think that that is good, that you're going to be entertained by a roided up retard who hasn't wrestled a single good match. I mean, like, he's a wrestler. How can you be a fan of him if, number one, he doesn't even have a wrestling character? He doesn't have any charisma. He's never wrestled a good match in his whole fucking life. How can you be a fan of him if he hasn't done anything good? You're just behind him because you want to see somebody new in the main event. I don't know, guys. I really don't know what to say to that. I mean, it's just, it goes beyond all the, you know, stupidity of the YWC. Like, you have just flew straight over the wall there. And you've entered into a new territory of just complete, unforeseen retardation. Pathetic. It's just pathetic.